assistant was locked inside the box, and the magician reached for his saw to...
There was one time I seen this magic trick like those. It was a magician, but he had it in the box instead of like that. In fact, that's a whole different topic for another day. We're just watching the video.
His saw to cut her in half. But suddenly, a man jumped up from his seat and ran toward the stage. He grabbed a nearby sword and stabbed the magician in the neck, thinking he was saving the woman's life. You see, they were in a small town where no one had seen the magic trick before. Luckily, the magician did survive, and later explained that the woman was never in danger.
What the f? Yo, arrest that boy! Arrest that boy! Is this Alabama? Arrest that boy now! Get him out! Get him out! Arrest that boy right now! Arrest him right now! Arrest that boy right now! Bro stabbed me in the neck with a sword? We're doing Zack D Films bingo. If you're watching this on the tube and things of that nature, Zack D Films, let's go ahead and see who actually blows up or gets their nuts ripped off or low-key has superpowers or survived the airplane crash or anything like that. Let's go ahead and do it. We're doing it with the bingo board. If you want to join to go ahead and play with us, go ahead and win a VIP or some money. Then pull up, twist right in the description. How to build a ship in a bottle.
To get the ship inside the bottle, fold the masts flat so they fit inside. Once in position, gently tug thin strings attached to each mast and sail. The masts slowly rise upright.
Okay, hold on. Do y'all ever actually see in real life see a ship in like the little bottle? I never actually seen
and the
that.
sails line up, settling in place. With thin sticks and tweezers, you attach the rigging
cool,
and shift the sails until it's perfect. Then you carefully trim the strings, sealing the bottle shut.
That was a really cool fact to start off on. I don't think we're gonna get anything yet. And like those, reminder that if I'm missing something, just let me know. But if I don't agree to it, we don't gotta go do it though. We don't gotta go do it.
You pour high-proof alcohol into an empty gas tank. It gets pulled through a pump and sprayed into the engine where spark plugs ignite it. And it might burn just enough to drive. But alcohol doesn't burn like gasoline. It doesn't get as hot, meaning it produces less energy. This would cause the engine to stall and jerk, and you would only make it a mile or so before it sputters out. If you pour
So realistically, if I got some Hennessy, bro, I could go ahead and just get my car like at least a mile. That might save your life. No one asked for this. This might save this one. Okay, nobody asked for this. But I'm not gonna lie, this dead might save your life though, bro. What if y'all in a situation, bro, where y'all don't got no gasoline, but y'all got alcohol, and y'all just need to go that extra mile? Now, will your car be in the shadow room after, you know? Maybe, possibly, probably, yes. You have an electric car anyway. I just be going to the gas station still. I go to the gas station and I stand at the pump though, bro. So I let know how real it is, bro. I ain't gonna hold. Shout out to the gas station.
They would pee on rags, then tie them around their faces.
Ew, bro. Yo, R. Kelly would have been putting up Wilt Chamberlain numbers in the war. Ew, gang. Ew, bro. Ew, bro. Ew, bro.
You see, in World War I, enemy soldiers released chlorine gas toward the trenches. And if soldiers breathed in this gas, their lungs burned, making it impossible to breathe. So the pee-soaked rags would weaken the gas, protecting their lungs just enough for them to survive. But it turns out that plain old water was just as effective, meaning the pee was never necessary.
Motherfuckers was doing it just for the love of the game though, bro. Prevent smoke inhalation. Oh, y'all gonna go ahead and do those, bro? Y'all gonna go ahead and do those? Hey, go ahead and do those then, gang. That's cool. That's cool. That's cool. They said water works just as well. Yo, Mr. Pisshair would have been putting up Wilt Chamberlain numbers back then. Waz Rags is insane. The fact that you just said Waz Rags is even more insane than the Waz Rags itself. I'm not gonna hold. That's army related. We can hit that. We can hit hit those, bro. We can hit those. Hit World War One. We actually took that one out, gang. We actually did took that one out. But army related, we can hit that. Anything else for that one?
It would pee on rags, then tie.
WTF? Yeah. I had that. You can get WTF. Because that was very, very strange.
Rub the mushroom on your feet.
No, I don't think that I will.
To collect the spores. Then put on wet socks and wrap a plastic bag around your feet to trap humidity and heat inside. Over the next few days, the dead skin from your feet will start to shed, and the mushroom spores will use this to grow, spreading tiny root-like threads. Every so often, spray more water inside the bag to keep them moist. In theory, small mushrooms would...
Why the would anybody on this planet even think about doing this to themselves, bro? Gang, you want to grow toe jam mushrooms, bro? Could you imagine the smell, bro, of a who growing mushrooms in their feet? We all did this before. Who tested this? I'm saying, how did somebody even figure this out?
Actually start to sprout in just a few weeks, turning your dead skin into fungi.
Yo, happy right? This is a face of a motherfucker who got 2 days left to live. I know there's a real life photo of that. And I dead don't want to see it. I'm not gonna lie to you, bro. I'm already imagining what this looks like in real life, gang. And that must look crazy, but I know that smell crazy. I know that smell like I don't know, bad decisions. I'm not gonna hold, bro. Let's go see, bro. Come on, talk to me. Bingo. Experiment. I feel like that one can count as an experiment because technically you're not supposed to be doing that to yourself. I feel like that can count. You can hit experiment for those. We can hit experiment for those. We can hit experiment for those. That I feel like that can count. Iceberg that sank the tank.
Photo of the iceberg, claiming it was the exact one that brought down the Titanic. You see, it was streaked with red, with one big spot on the ice. And the boat he was on was near where the Titanic had sunk the day before, meaning it was most likely the same iceberg. When the film was developed, experts studied the image carefully. The red streaks matched the height of the ship's hull, leading many to believe that this was the iceberg that sank the Titanic.
This is the King Von of motherfucking icebergs. Yo, you know that iceberg is that still out there, bro. That iceberg got like, how many people died on the Titanic? That joint got like over 200 bodies on it, bro. I'm not gonna hold, gang. Just that iceberg is actually a dead serial killer. I'm not gonna hold, bro. It probably melted. Nah, an iceberg like that don't melt though, bro. It's still up. It's still up. Trust though, bro. Trust though, gang. Disaster. Let me think about it. Yeah, we hit disaster. You can hit disaster for that one. How a butterfly wing transplant works.
With scissors, they cut away the butterfly's damaged wing. Then they take a wing from a dead butterfly, matching the size and pattern. A tiny line of super glue is brushed along the edge, and the new wing is pressed into place. A soft powder is sprinkled to stop the glue from sticking to the wrong spots, and within minutes, the butterfly can fly again. With scissors,
I'm not gonna hold. I didn't know that was splicing up butterflies
to the wrong spots, and with it.
Shout out to them. Do we have anything for that? That's kind of the chillest one that we gotten so far. This would be like crazy medical procedures. I mean, technically it is, but I'm gonna be a dickhead about it. I'm not gonna do that.
He built a 40-foot fence around his neighbor's house, blocking out the sunlight, and newspapers called it the spite fence. You see, a rich man wanted an entire city block for his mansion, but one neighbor refused to sell. Since the rich man owned all the land around him, he just boxed the house in with a massive wall, killing the garden and leaving his family in darkness. It stayed up for over 25 years, but when they finally died, their children sold it to the rich man's family.
I'm not gonna lie, I'm selling it to that too, bro. Unfortunately, I need the bread, bro. And I'm not keeping that house that's in complete darkness all the time.
But a year later, an earthquake tore down the entire block. Built a
bro. Karma is a bro. One thing about them cookies is even
earthquake tore down the entire block.
That's tough. That Whitebeard got back. That's tough. Okay, that's tough. Unsolved mystery. Ain't nothing unsolved about it. What's unsolved about that? You know, that seems solved to me, gang. That started with being petty and it would have earthquake, bro. I'm not gonna hold that. It's tough though. Plot twist. Crazy ad death. Nah, it didn't say nobody died except the parents, but it didn't even specify how the parents died. We're gonna do plot twist for those. Plot twist.
You would press the foot pedal if the store was being robbed, causing the desk to snap upright like a shield. Underneath was a hidden gun which moved up with it, and a rope was attached to the trigger. When the desktop was fully upright, the rope was pulled tight, and this triggered the shot, sending the bullet toward the robber. At the same time, the cash sitting on the desk would slide into a locked drawer below. But it was hard to aim and too easy to misfire, so it was never mass-produced.
Damn. Low-key, I feel like if they got this technology right, there would be less banks robbed. But also, I think there would be some dumb who accidentally like uses it somehow, like someone like they leg tripped or their leg had a spasm or something like that.
You would press the foot pedal if the store was.
Yeah, somebody would definitely misfire that 100%, man. Let's go and do we have crazy ass weapon on here? Do we have crazy ass weapon on here? You look like thing 1 and 2. You're a use a you're a bitch, you're dead, like you're dead, like you're actually like that's actually like you're actually like I'm not gonna catch you. What the f? The man who cheated with invisible ink.
He marked the tiles with invisible ink, and some think he was wearing special contact lenses, allowing him to see symbols that no one else could, giving him an advantage. Soon, the other players grew suspicious and accused him of cheating. And before he could deny it, they grabbed a chair and slammed it down on his head. Police later found the marked tiles, but they never found the lenses.
W cheater, to be honest. I can't hate a who's cheating that much. I can't even hate. You know, I always wanted to cheat in school like that. Like I always wanted to get like an invisible pen or some invisible, like something invisible like that I could really use and like those game. But I don't got it like those, right? Unsolved. It's unsolved, but is it a mystery though? That's the thing. Is it mystery though, bro? Cheated death? That wasn't gonna die because he got hit by a chair, bro. I'm gonna say we could do unsolved mystery, but I ain't gonna hit he was about to die. And it's a Japanese related. One, did they say it was in Japan?
With invisible ink. Contact giving. Soon the other
made that up. What the f? They put the wrong man on life support.
He suddenly choked on a piece of steak, causing him to collapse. His roommate Mike called 911, and he was rushed to the hospital, still unconscious. But at the hospital, the doctors accidentally switched the roommates' identities because they sort of looked alike. This meant that they thought the man who choked was actually his roommate Mike, so they used the wrong name and medical records by mistake. Doctors put him on life support and called the family listed on Mike's records. Mike's sister was told her brother was brain dead. Heartbroken, she agreed to let the doctors turn on.
Oh, sister, that is not that sister, bro. That is not that sister on my home. Yeah, bro. Got a death sentence with somebody that's not even his family. Lawsuit to hell, yo, somebody's getting.
Off the machines. But a few days later, Mike walked into her house totally fine, and they realized she had unknowingly decided to end someone else's life, thinking it was her brother Mike.
It's not her fault, but she's about to have the strongest like survivor's guilt, or not even survivor's guilt, because she ain't survived. She was surviving regardless. She's just about to have the strongest guilt of all time, bro. Freak accident. All right, let's do freak accident. Let's do freak accident. I'm about to get bingo, bro. I'm about to get bingo low key, bro. Crazy ass death. You could say it's a crazy ass death because somebody sentenced him to death, but that was already brain dead, bro. It was just a matter of a yes or a no. So I'm not gonna give it that. I'm not gonna give that just yet, even though I could. If the cruise ship died and you used a really long oar to start paddling, Zack, nobody asked this, man. Nobody asked this. From the balcony, how hard would it be to row it back to shore? Well, the ship weighs over 200,000 tons, meaning you would need 60 million watts of energy just to move it. And a professionally trained rower can only produce about 300 watts. So you would actually need 200,000 people rowing non-stop.
But that many rowers would fill every inch of space on the ship, and all those people would add 17,000.
Where's this getting his science from? Zack, when you do these, does somebody ask you to do this, like specific one? Like, where are you getting these concepts from? Like, I don't think not a single soul was wondering about this one.
Extra tons of weight, meaning you would need even more people, over 220,000, to move all the added weight. But that's enough to sink it before it ever even moves.
So this shit won't sink. Valid questions. Gotta be capped. It wouldn't work. I mean, we'll never know because ain't nobody ever doing those, bruh.
It removed his throat cancer and carefully took a piece of his chest skin to patch the hole in his throat. But the chest skin grew hair inside his throat. Years later, the hair ended up dangling deep in his windpipe, and as he breathed in, it felt like he was choking. Doctors had to burn the hair off just so he could breathe normally again.
Gang, I can only imagine, bro. I just felt that inside my body, bro. I can only imagine how uncomfortable that could feel. I'm not gonna lie to you, bro. Why did they put his chest, a piece of his chest? I guess they had to find some kind of skin. I don't know why I be thinking that these got like skin lying around and like those. Well, bro, ew, bro. We do crazy medical procedures. We do crazy medical procedures for those ones. I ain't gonna lie. We do crazy medical procedures, but bro, that would actually, bro. You got hair all in your esophagus and like those, bro. Okay, we're close to bingo though. Let's keep it moving, right? Let's keep it moving. How cremation fireworks work.
After you're cremated, your ashes are mixed with metal salts to make vibrant colors before they're carefully sealed inside fireworks.
That name is D's Nuts 2234, bro. I'm not believing that got bingo. I'm not gonna hold gang. That name is D's Nuts. Hold on, bro. Maybe I'm tripping. I got 74 messages. There's no way that has three-way bingo, bro. There's just no way, bro. I'm just not even gonna look at that.
After you're cremated, your ashes are mixed with metal salts to make vibrant colors before they're carefully sealed inside firework shells. Your family members can even choose the colors and the order of the fireworks show. When the fireworks are launched, they shoot hundreds of feet up into the sky. So when you die, your loved ones can watch you go out with.
If I die, do not send me off in a firework. I did not agree for y'all to send me off in a firework. You'll send me out in a blaze of glory in a firework, bro. What the These nuts, I can't find your bro. You're not like, when I search your name up, nothing comes out for these nuts and like those. So I can't even give you the benefit of the doubt, gang. You're just not on the list, bro. Sorry, gang. Sorry, though, bro. Sorry, these nuts. Sorry, these nuts. Daily house facts. And no, I don't think you being cremated and shot in a firework is a daily house fact, right? Dog saves woman from drowning. The car was swept into the floodwaters with the mother and son trapped inside. And as they tried to escape, they were pulled away by the current. The woman was able to push her son up on the bank, but was swept away before she could get out. She screamed for help, and a homeless man's dog heard her cries. It barked frantically, and this alerted the man, who quickly ran to help. He managed to grab a hold of her and pull her from the creek. They both survived and made a full recovery, all thanks to a homeless man and his dog. Homeless man and a dog. I'm not gonna lie. I be thinking who be homeless and have a pet, bro, like already finished their anime, bro. They already finished their anime like 30 years ago and had a big time skip. I'm not gonna hold. All right, let me see. Anything else? They're gonna be like cheated death in a crazy way. I'm already knowing, bro. I'm already knowing. She got saved, so is that like a crazy way though? Is that a crazy way? Yeah, let's not do those, bro. Joseph Bit did mine. I'm not searching up Joseph Bit did, gang. You gotta chalk that one up to the gang. I ain't gonna lie to you, bro. It's just over for you. How do cans work as a telephone? If you pull a string tight between two empty cans, cartoon scenario, and speak into one, your voice makes sound waves that will make the can vibrate. And because the string is stretched tight, it carries these vibrations all the way to the other can. Then they make its bottom vibrate in the same way, turning it back into sound. Early telephones worked the same way, but the phone converted sound waves into electrical pulses. These were sent through wires to the other phone, where a speaker reversed the process, turning it back into your voice. You see exclusively on SpongeBob or Fanboy and Chum Chum. I've done this before. I've actually never done this because it didn't work, because I wasn't doing it the right way. But you know, it's cool though. I put it. we ain't gonna do nothing for those, bro. Daily house facts. Nah. We're not gonna do those.
It locked its talons into the back of the goat. Then it dragged the animal toward the cliff's edge. The goat kicked and twisted, trying to escape as they both dropped on the side. As they launched over the cliff, the eagle let go and flew away, and the goat slammed into
Why do birds?
the rocks below.
That's not funny, gang.
The eagle swooped down, eating what was...
This is a bro. This is a I'm not gonna lie. The eagle is a bro. He couldn't hang, bro, so he just let him go at the last second, bro.
The eagle swooped down, eating what was left at the bottom.
But they ain't cheat death though, bro. They just let go. What the bro? That's like me saying I cheated death, bro, because me and my friend are hanging on the train tracks and like that. We just standing there, bro, and I just walk off the train tracks and like those. I ain't cheat death. I just saw some that was about to kill me and simply walked away though, bro. He wasn't going. He can fly.
It locked its talons into the back of the goat. Then it dragged the animal toward the cliff's edge.
That can fly, bro. He ain't cheat no death though, bro. He ain't cheat no death though, man. Crazy death. I mean, is it a crazy death though, bro? Like that happen. Goats die every day, bro. Goats die every day though, bro. I'm gonna give it to though. Do I want to give it to? I'm gonna give it to though. Do I want to give it to? Tails, I give it to the. That sounds so crazy. Head, I give it to. Yo, that sounds even worse. That sounds even worse. Just, bro, if it's tails, then I give it to y'all. If it's heads, then we not gonna hit none. Here we go. Heads. Okay, y'all don't get it. Y'all just don't get it, bro. Y'all just don't get it, and that's cool, bro. And that's cool, man. That's cool, bro. That's cool. Electrician cuts power at the police station.
He rode his motorcycle without a helmet, and the police gave him a fine. But he was an electrician with access to the power grid, so he checked the records and found the police station hadn't paid its bill in 3 years. Now, this bill was incredibly expensive, so he shut off their electricity. For 5 hours, the police station went dark, all because they gave a fine to the wrong guy.
Evil villain, bro. About evil is that's legal technically. That's legal technically. I expect to get back, to be honest, bro. Nah, we gonna keep moving. Illegal? That's legal. They ain't paid. They ain't paid their shit. How is that illegal? They ain't paid their shit. I be cap. I believe it. I believe it personally.
If we dumped all of our trash into a volcano instead of a landfill, you might think it would burn up and disappear.
Isn't it crazy that like all across the United States we just have a area where it's just straight trash, bro? Some of those areas you pass by, you ever just driving and in the area you pass by stink like a dead thing? I think we just need to take all the trash and put it in one area, like a state nobody give a about, like Idaho. Just put it all in that though, bro, and just seal that bro in the wall, man. And then, you know, I think it would be cool though, bro, because we can't put it in the volcano, obviously, but let's see why we can't put it in the volcano.
Instead of a landfill, you might think it would burn up and disappear, but most volcanoes aren't just open pits of lava. The magma is deep underground, normally under a hardened crust. And even if it was open, throwing in thousands of pounds of trash could disturb the lava. This could trigger a violent explosion that blasts molten rock and ash into the air. This would release huge plumes of toxic gas that could spread for miles.
God.
Instead of
imagine trash gas, bro.
solving the trash problem, we would just create a far more dangerous one.
Nah, I'm not gonna lie, trash gas would smell insane. We gotta put it in Wyoming. Disrespect the Y. I put your on the food chain. What Cardi say? Stop playing Wyoming. How close are y'all? How close are y'all, bro? How close are y'all? How close are y'all, bro? How close are y'all? Magician stabbed by audience member. I would never do no magician assistant type.
The assistant was locked inside the box, and the magician reached for his saw to...
There was one time I seen this magic trick like those. It was a magician, but he had it in the box instead of like that. In fact, that's a whole different topic for another day. We're just watching the video.
His saw to cut her in half. But suddenly, a man jumped up from his seat and ran toward the stage. He grabbed a nearby sword and stabbed the magician in the neck, thinking he was saving the woman's life. You see, they were in a small town where no one had seen the magic trick before. Luckily, the magician did survive, and later explained that the woman was never in danger.
What the yo, arrest that boy! Arrest that boy! Is this Alabama? Arrest that boy now! Get him out! Get him out. Arrest that boy right now. Arrest him right now. Arrest that boy right now. Bro stabbed me in the neck with a sword. He cheated death. I give that cheated death. That got stabbed in the neck. I'll give y'all that just because I feel bad for y'all. I'm not gonna hold, bro. I'm not gonna hold. Dentist pulls tooth while riding hoverboard. This is the most Gen Z ever.
While riding on a hoverboard, the dentist yanked out her tooth. He then sent a video of it to his friends. Now, the patient was unconscious when this happened, and she had no idea she was being filmed or that the dentist was riding a hoverboard. But when they investigated, they found he was also embezzling millions of dollars. The dentist was sentenced to 12 years in prison.
Kanye West doctor, bro. It's Kanye West doctor. I'm not gonna hold, man. How much I gotta go to get 3-way? I need 1, 2. Oh, if I get 2 more, I'm good, gang. If I get 2 more, I'm good, bro. Capping illegal? Oh, illegal for sure, though. Illegal for sure. You're right. Illegal for sure. We can hit illegal. Cap, I'm not gonna hit those, but illegal we can hit. Illegal we can hit though. Definitely illegal. Definitely illegal. Burglar broke into a boxer's home.
He lunged at the old man with a knife after breaking in to rob him. But the 72-year-old was a former boxing champion. And in seconds, he landed 2 powerful punches straight into the burglar's face.
Yo, imagine robbing a 72-year-old just to get your ass beat, bro. I'd be mad as shit. This guy hit straight
into the burglar's face. The force of the punches knocked him backward onto the floor with a bloody lip and a swollen black eye. And before he could react,
he gave him back shots.
Old man restrained him.
Okay, that too.
Holding him in place until police arrived. The burglar went to prison, and the judge said he got exactly what he deserved.
You dead gotta switch times after those ones. I ain't gonna hold. Anything that we could do here? Nope. Keep moving. Keep moving. It seems like we need 1 more, bro. House.
They slice a thin layer of skin from a dead person's body. Then it's sent to a lab where every living cell is scrubbed away.
I hope this is not what I think it is.
Leaves behind a clean, flexible sheet made of collagen. It gets freeze-dried, sealed, and sent to your doctor. There, it's soaked in water and slid under your gum where it's shaped and stitched in place.
Okay, that's dead disgusting. That's dead disgusting. I'm not gonna lie. That's dead disgusting. But I thought, like, because it was in the shape of actual gum, I thought it was talking about actual gum. Like, gum is made out of dead skin. I was about to say, though, bro. That's like one of those motherfucking tall tales that was telling you in like 2020 TikTok and like those that you share on Facebook. But still, though, that's disgusting.
Over time, your body fills it with living cells, turning dead tissue into your own gum.
When y'all say y'all dead inside, you really gotta mean it. Really gotta mean it, though, man. No. Continue. What happened to you guys? God.
Stabbed in the eye. Place a cup around the knife and wrap it in gauze to stay.
You know what? You're right. I feel that has to be capped. That gotta 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 be capped. You're right. I agree.
If you get stabbed in the eye, place a cup around the knife and wrap it in gauze to stabilize it. Then cover both eyes. This is because if one moves, the other moves too, which can tear the wound open even more. Keep your head still and get to the emergency room, where doctors will carefully remove it before sealing up the hole in your eye.
And that's kind of weird, though. You got more jarring on my. Yo, you gotta keep that knife in your eye the entire way through. Can't do those. Can't do those ones, bro. That would actually be painful as well. Ian's, let's see if you got it, bro. Let's see if you got it. Yeah, let's see what you got it, bro. Okay, let's see. It's 1-way, army, crazy, free, cheated. Okay, that's 1-way. That's 2-way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's 3-way. That's 3-way. Ian's, you got the 3-way bingo, bro. You got the 3-way bingo. Ian's, do you want VIP or you want 35? It's up to you, gang. It's up to you, bro. 35, okay, bet. DM me cash tag. DM me your cash tag, and I got you at the stream. We're gonna put those on the main channel. If you're watching this on the main channel, Twitch, Blue Ride, in the description. Come to the stream if you want more Zack D content like those, some interesting facts and like those. But yeah, IBBG. Alright.